Welcome to Encounter 6. This is our 4th episode already. We're playing Dragon of Icespire Peak from the Essentials kit. Last time you went to the gnomes, to Gnomengard. And here you helped the gnomes find out what exactly was causing all these disappearances from the gnomes. You discovered that there was a shape changer which was able to change into objects like doors and chests and wine barrels. And apparently this was eating gnomes. You were able to defeat it, and in return you got some magical items. You brought back to Townmaster Harbor and Wester. You sold the head for 50 gold pieces. And then you decided to go east towards Tribord, towards the Butterskull Ranch, a place where Alphonse lives, and he was attacked by orcs. You managed to arrive there, in this huge area where there is this building, this lake, as well as some orchards and some other pens and places to keep animals and grow food. And you saw that there was a cow, a brown cow, was being chased by 2 orcs, as well as a house made out of wood, 2 stories high. You decided to go to the house first. You managed to get like 20 yards away from the house, behind some trees and some bushes. However, upon arriving there, you noticed that one half-orc came out, went into the cellar below the house. 2 orcs came out as well, and then went back in. And then some shutters opened from the 2nd floor. From one window there was a half-orc with 3 lightning bolts as a tattoo in his neck. And from the other window there was an orc. And the half-orc told the orc to go look for whoever entered their land. 2 orcs with great axes left the house again to go look for you guys. You are now sitting behind some trees and in a bush, and you see that there is this half-orc still looking from the window in your direction. From the house there are 2 orcs that approach, slowly carrying their great axes, walking towards you. Far away in the distance there are still these 2 orcs chasing the cow. And there's still a half-orc that went down and never came back from the cellar.
Alright.
So, the window, half-orc, 2 orcs coming out. As they start walking in your direction, you hear the half-orc from the window shout in your direction. He says, "Show yourself! We have seen you!" And you see the 2 orcs come closer towards you guys.
Well, if you've already seen us, then we don't have to come out to show ourselves, because what would be the point of that?
Are you looking for business?
What kind of business?
We sell Butterskulls.
Yes. Sure.
You see the 2 orcs that approach suddenly stop halfway between you and the house. You hear the half-orc say, "Then show yourself."
I whisper to the group like, I don't want to show myself. What are we doing?
I don't know.
Meg, why did you talk?
Well, someone had to see something, and no one else was willing to. They can see us, you know.
Okay. Well, the 2 of us can show ourselves.
the two of us can. I whisper this. The two of us can show ourselves, and then Andy and Nordric can continue to hide.
Well, we could try that, but I think you've seen all of us from up there. But
Yeah, that's true. Well,
you know what? Let's just pretend we're here to buy butter, and hopefully
good
we
idea.
won't die.
Let's.
Unless you have a better idea.
Let's kill him.
Yes, but right now, if we kill him, we'll die.
Nordric, you continue to hide and do some sneaky attack, and we attack after that. Okay?
Let's
I want to
just-
kill him.
Yeah, go
yes,
for it.
You can. But perhaps if we talk business about the butter
And while we
can
are
have him-
talking,
first, and then we can kill him first, and then
so while we are
will do
talking,
the buying and do the...
the two
talk.
of us.
Okay, good.
The half-orc goes, I am waiting.
Yes, well, we will be right there.
Can I?
One moment, please.
Can we
Just a bit.
sneak aside to the higher grass behind the?
It will be really difficult because the two orcs and the half-orc are all looking your direction, but you can try to do it, yes.
I'm gonna try to tiptoe away.
I will stand up.
Sure.
While he's like,
Mhm.
when I see him like going away, I will stand up. That's a 5.
11.
11. As you stand up and you try to sneak away, you hear the half-orc say, that is two, where are the others two?
I'm here.
Oh.
And
I stop.
so, how do you talk business?
Please come to my desk. We will talk business inside.
Sure.
All right.
I put on my hood and also join inside.
You see the two orcs put their great axes on their shoulders, and one points their hand towards the door, which is still left open. And one of the orcs says in your direction in common, go then, go in.
Thank you.
Do one of these orcs have the lightning bolt?
On the side, right?
Yeah, the one in Charlotte.
The half orc, yes, from the window.
Yeah.
These two orcs, you don't see any
Okay.
signs.
So far, only on the half orc.
Only the half orc.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see the half orc now disappear, and you hear him walking downstairs.
Just silently following.
Well, let's go then.
Who does the talking?
Who's the most charismatic?
Not me.
Not
I don't
me.
think we're all very, but I'm
I'm not very good at adult selling and
That's
buying
fine.
stuff.
I will try
I haven't gotten much experience with it yet, so I mean,
That's fine.
haven't you bought something earlier in your life? You're old.
Dude, I'm 17.
Yeah, see?
You know how old they are?
What do you think? How old do you think we are?
I mean,
How old do I look?
Oh, that's a dangerous question.
Exactly.
That's not a fair question as an elf. Okay.
That's very true.
One of the other orc goes, go in now, come on in,
Yes,
quick.
much?
I will start walking in.
Right.
I will follow.
I follow.
I'm like,
You see Annie following?
And then very, very quietly whispering, 30?
ooh,
You're
that
only
hurts.
107 years old.
How much?
107. The elves age differently than humans.
You don't look 107.
That's good.
My
to know.
my great grandmother was 100, and she looked really, really old. But you don't look that old.
137. Okay.
You and the fear here, you feel something in your back, and you see, and you feel it's a great axe from one of the
Are you
orcs pushing
lying?
you, saying, quiet, go in.
Do you want to be younger?
You all go in, right? All right.
Yeah.
As you go in, you see that this is the this is a nice place. You see there's a couch, there are some paintings from landscapes on the walls. You see that the floor is made out of wood. You see a wooden stair that goes up to a second floor. There's some kind of a dinner table. And one corner of this main floor goes off to a kitchen. And in the kitchen you see a lot of buckets with milk and with butter. And you see these wooden frames, these wooden molds to make butterskulls with. And you see some butterskulls laying there. You see the floor is dirty with butter. And in the other corner of this room there is a desk with a lot of paperwork on there. And behind this desk there is this half-orc that just came from upstairs sitting. And he points at some chairs and the couch and he says, "All right, go sit down."
Sure.
Do I recognize him?
Make an insight check. No, you've never seen this half-orc before.
Okay.
You hear
Sit down.
one of the orcs closing the door of the house. As you sit down, you see now that this half-orc has a lot of scars on his face. He has huge forearms, and he has some kind of leather protection on his forearms, and he's wearing this dark cloak. As you sit down, you see the two half-orcs go stand in another corner of the room.
Half-orcs?
Sorry, orcs.
They changed.
I just think this is really scary.
They changed their appearances. Yes.
As the half-orc goes,
So, you want to do business with us?
Yes? You sell Butterskulls?
Yes, we do sell Butterskulls.
And we heard they are quite popular, so we were wondering whether we could sell them in our shop.
Yes, certainly yes. You could pay for about 20 or 50 and sell yourself.
So how much do they cost?
They cost 2 silver pieces a piece when you sell them in the shop. But if you buy 20, you will get a discount.
That sounds reasonable.
What if I buy 100? And I take out my pouch, hold it in the hand, and I just lay it on the table.
That would be even better. And if you find people that want to sell for you, you will get a commission from them.
I think this sounds like a pyramid scheme.
But one question though.
Yes, you dwarf, what do you want to ask?
You don't look like a butter seller. It seems that you have fought battles, if I may say so.
The barn looks like it's in ruins, so you must have had a rough time.
Where did you get the idea to make Butterskulls? They're so cool.
We like doing business. A friend of mine is selling boxes. And another one is selling oils and other perfumes. We are a good businessman in the area.
Only in the area.
We are spreading as we speak.
I just shake my coin pouch like, sir, the questions.
Oh,
Why are you so scarred up?
I had a rough youth. Let's put it that way. It's not easy living in the forest.
A half-orc living in the forest?
I am from the Neverwinter Wood, yes. So,
I take my pouch back. I'm like, 1 piece, please. and 2 silver.
How long will it take for you to make all these Butterskulls? It looks like, well, when we got here, some of the animals were walking loose. We saw some horses.
When we came here, we found this in a state like this, and we tried to make it better.
Because we heard there was a previous owner. Did you buy it from him, or...?
Well, yes, we did.
Did you kill him?
No, we did not kill him. I am the owner of Butterskull Ranch, and you listen to me.
We are
Alright.
listening, yes. We're just curious. We want to know more about your company before we invest our money into it.
Exactly. It's very important for business relationships to work out, and that goes on the basis of truth.
Makes sense, yes. So what is it that you want to know about my company?
I poke Andy's like, hey, you should ask him about the lightning tattoo.
So what about the cool tattoo of yours?
It's the sign of Thalos.
Thalos?
Yes.
Do I know about Thalos?
Make a religion check.
The sign of Thomas.
Oh, that is a 16.
16. Yes, you've heard about Thalos. He is a god of storm, thunder, disorder, destruction.
Yeah, sounds pleasant.
You know that some old entities, like really old creatures, worship this deity. Not a lot of normal people. That's about
Not
it.
common. Okay.
It's not a common deity or religion.
Creatures. So, that's strange. Why'd you worship such a god? Isn't he very, very bad?
Very powerful, that's what we call it. He is able to control the weather, control the earth and the sky.
That's powerful. So
The earth and the sky.
he's able to control the weather. So the weather's been very crappy around here. So would he be able to control that, for example?
If he wants, yes, certainly.
If there's anything nice you could do for him to make it more sunny, I wouldn't mind. A business gift.
You said you were from the Neverwinter Woods, right?
Yes.
Isn't that where the bad weather comes from? What is going on there?
Are there more people like you living there at the moment who have cool tattoos? And are business people? Just curious.
Make a persuasion check, both of you.
Oh.
It was an accidental roll.
But it counts.
But it counts. Persuasion?
-5.
11.
This is going
He
great.
goes,
I'm not curious.
Let's talk business, alright? Not about me. I want to know about who is gonna buy these skulls and sell them.
Well, I was thinking about buying him, but then I thought about a local shop I visited.
Yes.
A crafting shop was also a half-orc with the same tattoo. At a local village near the mountains. Do you know who I'm talking about?
What is his name?
Well, I was kind of hoping you would tell me that name.
We own a lot of shops in the area.
Right. All of you are worshippers of the same god?
Yes. Most of us.
Now that we're talking about names, what's your name actually? My name's Andy.
Andy.
Nice to meet you.
He takes a piece of paper and looks through it. Yes.
My name is Dave.
Inside check.
Dave!
Make an inside check.
I do not trust this at all.
Dave the half-orc.
Yeah. Natural one. Nice to meet you, Dave.
Nice to meet you, Andy.
Rob just looks at him like,
Bitch cat.
That's a very nice
or-
name.
I believe he's called Dave. That is writing in caps lock right there. Dave the half-orc.
Dave's half-orc.
You hear now from below, probably from the basement, an orc yell something. Now this half orc probably that's there. It's hard to hear exactly what, but he's yelling towards something or someone. And then the half orc Dave goes,
You better be loyal. If not, we'll make sure that we'll find you. Is that
I've done business with quite a few people, and that's never really been a thing. But sure.
we had some problems with orcs that were not loyal.
This is how you treat your workers.
The buyers.
I mean, we're not
I was
orcs, so
well, I suppose if our business endeavours together will be successful, I have some links to the Neverwinter army, and maybe they would be interested in buying a lot of your product.
What does the army have to do with Butterskulls?
It would be interesting, yes, but I am not in charge of that area.
No?
No,
Who is then?
that's none of your business.
How would you like us to do business then?
You don't know a lot.
You
about-
would have to prove yourself in selling these Butterskulls first, and then we'll see how it goes.
I don't really understand that. As we're buying the product from you, why are you threatening us? How does this work? Do you threaten people into making money and then paying you more of it?
You're not a very good businessman, are you?
Have you recently?
What dare you call me bad businessman?
you see now two of the orcs grabbing their axes and they take a couple of steps towards you.
I would prefer if your associates would calm down. We are just having a friendly conversation.
They're not gonna calm down, you nasty elf. Take back what you said or you will taste your own blood.
Don't talk to my sister like that.
You be quiet, elf.
Can I shoot a ball in his face?
Yes, you can.
I would like to.
Yeah? You're going to?
Yes.
I all need to roll.
I don't know.
If you come,
I don't know if it's smart, but it's something that's not
Sure,
good.
let's
to
go.
Then roll initiative.
At this point, I want him to take
Oh,
some
nice.
blood.
17.
6.
Oh, let's go. I finally.
Andy, 6.
6.
6 for Andy. Will,
17.
Does actually make sense.
17 for Andy. For Will. Meg,
6 for Andy, 17 for Andy.
also 17. Who wants to go first?
Shall I go first?
Sure.
Yeah.
You can go first.
Elder sister first.
And then Lord.
20!
20.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
18+2.
I'm gonna roll.
Why did I sound like an orc saying that?
I think it's the dwarf coming up.
I will make enemy 1 the half orc. And enemy 2
Wait,
will
since
be...
when did you make these cards?
I have them a lot.
Oh,
For a while. Enemy 1 is the half orc, enemy 2 is the
2 orcs.
Alright.
2 orcs.
2 orcs. one half orc.
As he says it, he just gets really angry at you, Will, and just smashes his hands on the table, and he stands up and says, "You elf!" At the same time. What do you want to do, Nord?
I stand up, flick the crossbow out, and shoot it at his forehead.
All right,
Yes.
make an attack roll.
Oh yeah.
Please hit.
Oh, that's your.
That's mine.
Why did I take your dice? Hand crossbow.
because they've been rolling so well.
Miss.
What did you roll?
6.
6, that misses.
Yeah.
I take my dash action. Bonus action.
Dash? Yeah.
Dash to the corner of a room where the furthest away from everyone.
Alright.
And then I say, take that! And I miss and I run.
Okay, I see the bullets hitting the wooden wall. This half orc just screamed like, kill them! Will.
Okay, as I will reach out to him, touch him, and shock and grasp.
All right.
With 1 point.
I just boop his nose. And then I will use my action surge.
For shock and grasp, is that a you have to make
That's a saving throw.
Which kind?
I'm looking. Oh wait, I have to. Do I have to make an attack? Oh, I have to make a spell attack.
Oh,
but
yeah, that's what
is
I
he
thought.
wearing? Is he wearing any kind of metal?
No, he's not.
That's too bad. Nope.
The religion said he was wearing leather.
Yeah, sorry, but I'm just asking to be sure. I think I miss.
What did you
Because
roll?
that's 3 plus something.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
misses.
yeah. So I will use my action surge, grab my sword, and attack him
Sure.
again. Oh, that is 16 to hit.
That hits.
And that is 7 points of
7
damage.
points, nice. As you try to touch him, you see some magic come out of your finger. You see that's not strong enough to impact him. Then you take out your sword and you just swing it at its side. As you just pull it back, you just hear his clothing like rip apart. And he goes, "Oh, you help!" and you see that he raises his hands, and you see from both his leather attachments to his forearms, like these spikes to shoot from them.
That's cool.
Meg, how are you doing?
It's not smart. But is there a Butterskull in the room?
Yes.
I want to grab it and throw it at his face.
Sure. Make a attack roll.
Okay.
You can do it, Meg.
My throwing arm? Oh no!
And the catch.
You have a bonus with dex.
Yeah,
Proficient?
that's 4.
All right. You just take a skull and you throw it, and it just hits his clothing, as well as part of Will's clothing. So you just splash on them, and then it just falls on the floor.
And then he shouts, "Food fight!"
just see you all like, oh, that's disgusting.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
You see this half-orc raise its hands, and it's gonna attack you, Will.
Yeah, of course.
And it has a 13.
Miss.
As you hear this his arm is go for your neck and just block it with your sword. That's his turn, and he just shouts towards the other orcs, "Kill them! Kill the elf first!"
That's nice.
Andy.
And then I
Confusion.
What do you want
At
to do?
least I have the most.
All right. Well, it's starting to get a bit rough in here, and they're starting to shout. So I will cast silence all around us. Like, what? How big is the room?
Like 30 feet.
30. So it won't cover the whole room, but it will cover most of it. It's a
Yeah.
20-foot radius.
We
Alright.
won't be able to cast anything.
I want to prevent more people from coming here.
Oh,
All right,
so
and
glad.
you just hear the rock, and then just goes quiet. Just,
I just remove this.
anything else you want to do, Andy?
That's an action. So yeah.
You're still sitting on your chair.
What if I'm gone?
I'm just like,
I'm just like,
Oh no!
Well, you don't really notice much from it.
Well,
But just like all of a sudden the sound just goes away,
Yeah, but
and everyone is basically deaf and
As these
not able
two
to speak.
orcs with a grey start screaming and then goes quiet, they continue running towards you, Will, as two swing their great axes at you. That's a 19 and a 9.
the 19 hits.
The 19 hits. Then you take from one of them
Like the damage.
plus 5, that is 12 slashing damage. Oh, sorry, no. That is 10 slashing damage.
Oh, okay.
As it just hits your shoulder from behind, gets stuck in your shoulder, and you feel it pulls it back.
Thanks, mate. I tried to say that, and it just.
Will, you are now standing in front of this half orc, and behind you are two orcs.
Yeah.
Lord, what are you doing? You're standing in one corner of the room.
I put up my hand, and you see me mumbling something. Nothing happens. I look at my hand, and I just take out my rapier and just go for the orc closest to me. The orc.
One of the
Orcs, yeah.
All right, yeah. Make an attack roll.
There's 16.
That hits.
Nice. That's a D8. Is he in combat with someone else?
Yeah.
So then I get what they add for a surprise attack.
2d6. Sneak attack.
Sneak 2d6. And a D8 for rapier. That is 4, 7, 11 damage plus, what do I add? Dex?
Yes.
2. 13.
13
It's
total.
even, it says.
All
13
right.
damage.
As this
In the back.
orc hits Will and has his arms raised up still, you just come running towards him, you just pierce it with your rapier right in his chest, and you just pull it out, and you see that he is screaming really loud. This one is almost down. He has a hard time breathing, you see.
Wait, just a question. When I pierce him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't make any sound, right?
No.
Nothing makes sound.
No. Will, are you going to use your bonus action, Ray?
No, I just keep standing there.
Okay, Will.
Yeah, well, I would just continue to hit
The
half orc
All right.
with my sword, because swords are cool. So that is, I think, that is 17 to hit.
That hits.
Rerolling this one. Ooh, 10 points of damage.
Nice. You swing your sword and you hit his neck, and you just pull it, and like blood starts streaming on the shoulder, and he goes, but then without any
No,
sound.
so-
Anything else?
no, I can't.
Meg.
well, by this time I've definitely noticed that there's no sound, so there's no point in using magic, which makes me useless.
I told you to get a sword.
Yeah, she has a dagger.
I do, but I'm not good at it.
You can always
So-
try.
I'm just gonna stand in the corner with all the yucky butter, and I'm going to try and throw it before their feet in the hope that they'll slip on it or something. Like
Alright.
a bar of soap, I don't know.
Sure.
Best I can.
How long is this?
We'll let you
10
make a
minutes.
sleight of hand roll for that. It's not too difficult, but
Why you? 15?
15. You take out like this. You take this bucket of butter and you just throw it towards the orcs, and it just lands on their feet. You see now, as you as well, Will, you got hit by it. That the half orc and the two orcs and Will, they're all like standing on this butter on the floor, quite slippery. As that happens,
I will
the
need to get some sort of
half
bath.
orc.
Prestidigitation?
You see that he's trying to walk a little bit, and you see his feet like slip, but he keeps standing, and he's gonna swing another arm at you, Will. That's a 4. Probably
Yes.
misses. I think
Yeah.
plus 5. Yeah, that's a
miss.
9. As it just swings
just
towards you
duck.
with as he swings, he just slips and he just misses. Andy.
I wanted
All
to
right.
say like loser, but
Andy will look around for one of the orcs, doesn't matter which one, who is turned away from him. And he will just sneak up behind him because he's completely silent. And he'll take out his mace and
All right.
bash it on his head.
Sure, make an attack roll.
that's great.
That's
Oh,
sad. That's 5.
That misses.
so
No.
As you come
Really?
closer, you
Didn't
swing
expect
your
that.
mace, but then you feel something slip underneath you. You see your boots just like move, and you almost fall over. But the orcs don't notice anything. At that time, the two orcs are gonna take the one you hit. That's almost down. Is gonna try to hit you with his great
Right.
axe. That's a 18.
Yeah, that hits.
That's you take. You take 11 slashing damage
yeah, it's a great attack.
as this huge axe just swings
D12.
towards your side and just cuts you in your ribs. As the other one is gonna make another attack towards you, Will. That's a 19 to hit.
Yeah.
You take also 11 slashing damage as this great axe just comes hit you at your arm and goes through your armor. Nord, Andy, and Will, and the two orcs and the half orcs are just all standing there in the butter.
It looked better.
Mag is just watching from a distance, holding a bucket in her hand. as
I'm
everyone is
regretting my
sleeping.
life.
However, I will let these two orcs, well, both make it. You see that they also almost fall over, but they also manage to stay up. Nord.
Yeah, I'm just. I'm gonna stab him again.
Sure.
And I go for his belly because I can't reach higher. A 10.
That misses.
I try to disengage through the
Sure.
butter.
Make a no acrobatics check.
Ah, 9.
As you miss him, and you turn around, start running away, and you just fall. You fall prone, with your face on the floor in the wood, and you taste butter in your mouth.
I am crying, but nobody notices because it's silence. And that's my turn.
All right, Will.
Yeah. I will stretch out my hands, pointing towards the half-orc and towards the orcs. And I will cast Burning Hands.
All right, you don't need any
They
sound for
need-
that, right?
No.
No V?
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Ah, I will try to cast Burning Hands. And then I'm like, oh wait. Ching!
What is
Verbal and
Verbal.
verbal components.
Fever.
If your spell has a
As for
V,
somatic.
then you cannot.
Yeah, I know. What's M?
Material.
Material.
Oh yeah, it requires some certain material.
So I will
Yeah.
just hit him.
All right.
Yes, sure.
Or focus. You have to focus.
That is. That is 14 to hit,
14 hits.
and that is 14
That's a
points
sign.
of damage.
Nice.
Ooh,
14.
I rolled
Somatic.
2 6s.
Sorry.
that's brilliant.
All right. If you hit him with your sword again and you pull back and you make another huge scar in his arm, he just continues to scream without any sound.
You can just see Will like,
I'd like to make a
yeah.
acrobatics check as well.
Ooh,
Sorry.
that is fine.
We don't know that. We don't hear that.
You probably just helped the
Oh,
orcs.
a natural 19 plus
19.
0.
You just
So-
keep standing. You actually take advantage of the other orc not being able to stand up correctly to hit him.
Thanks to leg day.
Meg!
Like
They're
your
still
mud
all standing in the butter. Nord just fell over with his face into the butter. You're still holding the bucket.
I drop the bucket and I grab my dagger,
And
which
now
I had on me all along. I don't like using it, and I awkwardly throw it at the half orc.
Sure, make an attack roll.
So as you drop the bucket down, does it topple over and cause her to be in the bucket as well?
It's empty already.
I already emptied it, but it could roll your way and cause you damage. Was
Oh.
that is 12.
12 misses. You throw it and it hits him, but it doesn't penetrate his leather armor and just falls on the floor.
Plot twist was a blonde side.
Yeah. Oh no! That's my hand.
Oh no! Our table! It's broken!
You see now that this half-orc is raising his hands up, and you realize as he's trying to cast some spell, but it's also not working, and then he just also goes for another hit towards you, Will, again. That's a 19.
Yeah.
Is it the first time he hits you?
Yeah.
I already thought, like, I never rolled his damage yet, because that's a
D20.
D4.
D4. Nice.
You take 6 slashing damage as it just hits your throat, and it just one part of these sharp-edged, pointy knives attached to it just goes through your throat, and then just pulls it out.
Ugh.
And then he's gonna check see if he's.
Second wind is a
yeah.
D10, right?
Oh no, actually not. As he does that, you look at his feet, which are not on the ground anymore, and he just falls over with his face in the butter as well.
Nice.
Second wind is-
Andy.
Seeing he fell down on his face, I will just take a hit on him.
All right, make an attack roll with the advantage. Right,
Yeah, that's a 50.
that hits.
Nice. Let's see. That's 7 bludgeoning damage.
7.
Is second wind an actual action or a bonus action?
Bonus action.
I was checking with you because you played it quite a lot.
As he's down on the floor, you just hit him really hard with 2 hands on his back. Your mace just hits it so hard you have a hard time pulling it off again.
Okay. Hit it again.
But it's not making any sound.
No, isn't it?
Really?
Do I hear a skull crack? Oh wait.
Does he have his eyes closed?
Make a acrobatics check.
All right. And he tries to say something, but you don't hear it. So, haha. Acrobatics is dexterity base 11.
11. That makes it. You can stay on your feet.
Oh no, that makes it right.
DC is 10.
And he's just very dexterous.
I mean,
Dude.
it was a really good tactic actually. Just also disadvantages us at
All right.
times.
Slightly.
Slightly.
There's still this half orc is laying on the ground. These 2 orcs are still up. One is like not received any damage yet. The other one is almost down because of your rapier.
Yes.
That one is gonna make another attack against you.
Oh, but is that advantage? Or do I have?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you're on the floor.
yeah.
I'm dying.
But it rolls a 2 and a 7. The 7 becomes a 12.
Oh no. Well, close on there.
This is great. You're on the floor and you see this on your left. This axe just hitting the wood next to your nose.
I start to cry a little louder.
Splashing a little
Not
bit
loud,
of butter in your
but-
face.
And the other one just goes for you
Yeah,
again.
of course.
That's a natural 1.
Yeah, that
It
misses.
just totally misses and just swings around. And I'm gonna give him disadvantage to see if he stays standing. No, he's not. He just falls away. As the other one you just hit stays standing. That was the orcs. Meg, you just throw your knife from around the kitchen area. This half orc and another orc are on the floor. Nord is on the floor. Andy and Will, together with one orc, you're still standing. Nord.
I try to stand up,
Right.
and I turn around, and I stab him in the chest.
All right.
I try to stab him in the chest. That's
Sure. I won't give you sneak attack for this one, yeah.
Oh no! He's in a direct attack with me. 10.
10. That doesn't hit.
Oh yeah, I thought so. I try to disengage again.
All right. Make a acrobatics check.
5.
As you turn around and run away, he tries to attack you, but it doesn't work because you're so fast. And because you're so fast, you just fall back on the floor, a couple feet away from everyone else.
And I scream, I give up, but nobody hears it.
Will.
I will first use second wind.
All right.
Because I'm kind of low on HP. Oh, nice. So that is.
You can add your fighter level.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's great. And then I will attack the half orc on the ground.
Alright, you have
with
advantage.
advantage. Yeah. Oh. So that's a natural 18, but
That
this
hits.
one is cocked, so can I reroll?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. See if we, yeah, it's also an 18. So that is 7 points
7.
of damage.
Alright. Alright, as you hit this one with the sword, now you just take your sword with 2 and just stab it downwards in his back. And you just go, and you feel it hitting the wood actually underneath. You can hear him scream. Maybe that's better, but you see that he is. He has not a lot of life left in him.
Was to be expected.
That was Will. Meg.
I grab my penknife. And I'm going to step a little bit closer because last time didn't go very well. And I'm going to try and throw it. This time I'm watching at the orc that tried to hit you that's standing by you.
Alright,
Try not to hurt you.
make an attack roll.
11?
11. That misses, yeah, that misses.
Aw.
And
And it hits it, and it actually goes into its like hide armor, but he doesn't seem to notice it at all.
Goes into the side point.
Yeah, exactly. There's like a pocket there.
Yeah.
A bit of
Anything
bacon or something.
oh, I can't do anything else.
You see this half-orc like now stand up, a lot of blood dripping from its body, and he just screams, and then he just grabs the desk, and he just swings it towards you, Will.
With the butter underneath him.
But I'm doing the butter checks at the end of the turn.
Butter checks!
New turn, butter.
Title of the video right there.
Butter checks.
That's a 23.
Oh yeah, that hits.
23.
23.
With the table.
Nice.
Oh no!
That is strength. You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as
Am I
as all
glad?
this paperwork falls down and just this table just hits you without making any sound, and then just breaks, and then just falls on the floor.
Do I need to make a butter check as well?
He's gonna make a butter check first. He makes it. No, you don't have to.
No?
No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
okay. That was the half orc.
I've been. Oh no.
Andy.
The table.
Let's see, I was standing against the half orc, was it, right?
Yeah, it's a mess right now.
Yeah, it's a mess.
There is one half orc who just threw the table against her.
Yeah.
Then there's one orc
On the floor.
on the floor who's almost dead. And then another orc which is still standing.
And has my knife.
I'm just going to try this because I think it's very cool, and you know, Andy will slide on his knees towards the orc, and he will use his mace to like try to to slide between his legs and while going underneath, like doing.
Which orc? The one that's still standing.
Guess,
of
yeah,
course, the orc, not the half orc.
Yeah.
Sure, make a acrobatics check for that.
If you make it, it's a
I'll
new
give
kind
you
of combat.
advantage because you're small.
That's a 2.
You're lucky because otherwise it would have been
A natural 1 and a natural 2.
Will, you see Andy sliding between your legs and appearing there with his mace.
I'm so glad I'm not a man.
You just slide, and you just see Meg's face as you slide underneath her legs.
Max,
Will. That's your movement. You still want
So I'm just short of.
Yeah, he's next to you. Yeah, you could probably still hit him, but yeah.
Okay, I'm just like. I'll try to hit him.
Sure. I'll let you make an attack roll with disadvantage because it's harder to hit him now.
Fair. Wow! 2 natural ones.
You just swing your mace and just hits the wood and it just got stuck in the wood. And as you try to pull it out, you actually pull yourself towards the mace. And you see everyone is now crawling and falling over.
I'm still standing.
he rolled 4 d20s. He rolled 3 1s and a 2.
That's my luck. That's my luck.
That's Andy in a nutshell right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I flipped both of them. Look at it now. Double just flipping him.
It's
Same time.
It's kind of magic.
It's kind of magic.
Will is still standing. One orc is still standing. Meg is still standing. And that's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's all.
You see
From
now
there it's one slippery
this
slope.
half orc that is on the floor as well.
Yeah.
He's gonna try to stand up, and he's gonna try to attack
The
you.
half orc.
Sorry,
The
the
half
orc.
orc
The orc.
is
Orc,
standing.
yeah. So confusing, half orc and orc.
Yeah.
I will call him Dave.
Dave and the orcs.
Yeah. Okay.
Dave and the
Orc,
orcs.
it swings at axe, but it misses. Just hits the wood next to you. As the other half orc, you kind of try to attack.
It's not a half orc.
Orc is gonna walk slowly towards you and try to hit you.
Oh no.
That one does hit.
Oh,
That's,
Does it?
Yeah. That's
I
a
only have
23.
Nah, that does it.
I only have 10 HP left.
You take
take it.
7 slashing damage from this
7.
great axe. As both are fine, they don't slip any further.
I don't dare to roll, but
You don't have to roll.
concentration check.
Oh, concentration.
That's 11. What was damage?
10. Oh, the damage I said 7.
7.
So that's
Oh,
okay.
I'll make it.
Nord,
I mean,
you're
I would be fine
on the
with it going
floor and you
down.
see this orc with a great axe who just missed you. He is almost dead.
I completely gave up on life. So I just roll over on my back with my crossbow and I just shoot him.
Sure.
If you roll a natural one, you just realize that you had a crossbow the wrong way around.
He's actually he is right next to you, so officially you have disadvantage on.
He's right next to me.
Yeah.
Can I, if I lay on the back, can I hit him with my rapier?
Yeah.
I do that instead.
All right.
I just take one on the back and hit him with the rapier.
Sure.
But I do not stand up.
All right.
Stick it in the thigh.
Just keep laying down.
Or the nuts.
Oh.
That's
You have
20.
disadvantage because you're prone, right?
Alright, yeah, sure.
The first
No.
one was
9.
Wait, prone. The creature has disadvantage on attack rolls. Yeah.
9?
9. No, that doesn't hit.
Right.
That's too bad.
Your arm is a little bit too short as you try to step.
And I'm in attack range, so I'll just. Can I disengage?
3 for 3. Let's go.
As you crawl,
Use the butter, slide on your back.
if you want to crawl, you don't have to make a check. You're fine.
I just want to crawl as a
Yeah.
disengage.
You crawl further, and now you come into like the clean floor. Yeah, it's
Which
not.
is no longer
There's no
clean.
butter. You get closer
Yeah.
to Mag.
But I'm still prone and that dance matter?
Thank you.
Will,
Yeah.
you're still standing.
Yeah, I'm still standing.
Still standing.
Okay. I will hit him with my sword because
Dave?
that's. Yeah, Dave. I'm hitting Dave with my sword
Dave in the butter checks.
because apparently that's the only thing I'm good at.
Even the
That
buddies.
is
You have advantage.
Advantage.
Well, he is on the floor.
Like 90% of the people.
Like,
Okay. Well, the first
Keep choosing.
one was better. So that was 14,
that hits.
and that is 12 points of damage.
12.
Butter checks everywhere.
Yeah.
The first one was butter.
As you hit him with your sword again, you just chop off one of his arms, and he just falls on the floor. And
Yeah,
his-
folk.
yeah, and
Yeah.
and the blood gets mixed with the butter.
Of Dave.
He is still standing, but he's almost falling down.
Ugh. Disgusting.
Mag,
He's still standing.
well, he's not standing. He's on the floor, but
He's alive.
he's still alive.
I am going to try and slide my way to the broken piece of the table, grab one, and try to hit the orc that Dave hit my sister with the table.
I need to make you a butter check.
Oh yeah, thanks. 19.
That's all right.
This
All right,
one
make
is
an
really,
attack roll.
Really well.
Okay.
Should we
So-
switch?
What?
Should we switch?
No,
20, but not natural.
That hits.
I don't want
What
my.
do I roll a D4?
Yeah.
No Dave. No Dave. Dave's not gonna
He won't die.
finish it.
Finish it.
No, Dave.
You did it, Mac!
No, Dave.
You were not completely useless.
I mean, technically, we can like tie up Dave and heal him a bit, and then.
But now he's dead. Now he's
Let him
dead.
die,
I
let him
shot
die.
with a crossbow.
I hit him like with like 0 arm power.
I hit him with a stick.
And it's just like poof. And he gets like a splinter and dies.
He tries to stand up with one arm. You just hit us in his head, and he just falls down in the butter, and the butter just splats in several directions, and he's just down.
You can just see Will.
Basically, he died of bleeding out, but it was just at the same time.
These two half orcs are now getting. These two orcs are getting really afraid, and you see them both looking at the door, and they want to get out. Andy,
Through the bottle.
All right, I will.
you're on the floor. One orc is on the floor, and one is still standing.
Is either one of them?
Sorry, they're both standing now.
You know what? I'll get towards the door, and I will just take out my shield because I probably, within all the sliding and stuff, I probably have put it away or something. I'll take out my shield and I will go guard the door,
All right.
taking the disengage.
Sure.
No, dodge check.
Yeah. Make a butter check you as well. You didn't make one yet? Nope.
You can just see Will.
DC is 10.
That's a 5.
No
yeah, me
defending
too.
goal for you.
Together we have 10. Yeah. We help each other out,
As
right?
you start crawling toward...
They make it
Crawling.
together.
What do I need to make a butter
Oh,
check?
you're crawling?
I'm crawling.
All right, you're still pro. Yeah, you start crawling. You go towards the door.
And I'll stand up there.
Don't get all the way to the door, but quite close, at least between the door and the orcs.
Yeah.
And you stand up, take your shield. You fall down. However, these two orcs are now both running towards the door.
Does he
I
leave
will,
my...
And
attack them.
yeah, you can attack them. I will let you attack one.
I disengage, I'm not in this.
Yeah, you're disengaged. I'll let you attack one now.
Oh, I should have stayed.
A natural 20 is.
Can,
Oh,
Two
yeah,
damage.
double the times.
yeah.
That's 4 damage.
And then add your bonus.
Yeah.
107.
137.
19 points of
19.
damage.
As it tries to run away and it slips, you just hit it in the air
Does he fly away?
It's like baseball.
and you just hit him so hard that you push him with your sword against the wall and he just hits the wall and he falls motionless. He's dead.
Will just goes from looking pretty serious to like, nice.
I'm just on the floor. Like,
Now only this orc, which is already quite injured because of your rapier, tries to go for the door. But then it sees you and it stops. Lord, what do you do?
I rolled a 10 for my butter check.
All
I
right.
stand up
Yeah.
and just point it in the back of his head. And I shoot.
All right.
He's engaged, right?
Yeah, but doesn't it only work on melee attacks?
No, he stops in front of.
Stealth, you mean, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't only work on melee attacks.
Mhm.
Finally, 20.
The hits.
Nice.
Crossbow is 1d6. D6, hello, d6. There you go. Whee! 6 points of damage.
As it runs away and then stops and looks at you, Andy, you hit him in the back of his head just with a bolt, and he just falls. Falls on the floor as well. With no.
You don't hear
I
anything.
just see you standing there all of a sudden.
You just see me stand there like.
see you.
Yeah, but it stays as quiet as.
Can I check if the one orc I played baseball with,
Mhm.
if he's still alive?
Sure, as you come closer without a check or anything, you know that it's dead.
Oh, great.
Okay. I will drop the silence.
All right.
I like shuffle
Sorry.
over. It was actually pretty smart.
I just by accidentally sneeze and then I noticed that the sound is back.
Scared of your own
I
sneeze.
try to make my way as fast as possible over to the half orc
All right.
and investigate everything on his body to see if I can find anything that is related to him or where he comes from.
You see, if you remove his cloak, that he has longer black hair. You see these 3 lightning bolts,
Mhm.
and he's wearing really simplistic armor, made of hide, some leather.
Yep.
And he has this really decorative weaponry on his forehand. You notice that he's carrying 1 letter in his pocket. No, I have it for you.
Ooh.
And he will.
Wait, hold on, sorry. I'm gonna interrupt you there. The craftsmanship that you talked about, the fancy craftsmanship on this, do I
It's not anything specific. No, it's just beautiful.
I don't recognize the craftsmanship.
You can make a insight check if you want.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Inside is, I think it's +2, so that is, inside is +1, that's 8.
8. No, nothing special.
Okay.
Just people. The person who made this wanted to make it look beautiful. That's about
Right,
it. Yeah.
okay.
I'd like to investigate his desk while he goes over.
All right.
Oh wait, we have silence as well, right? I can just
Yeah.
read it out loud.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
do you
I
wanna-
will sit down.
I'll read it out in a second. Hold on. Guys,
Yeah?
Butterskull Ranch will help us to grow in wealth and gain even more control over the area. Take it. Once you have claimed it, send as many orcs as you can. Send as many orcs as can be spared to the north. Signed by a guy or a girl or an orc or half orc called Granok.
Granok.
Grannoc.
What?
Does that name ring a bell?
To anyone?
Make a.
How many?
Let you make a history or insight check, whichever you want.
History. Makes more sense, I guess. 15.
15. You're really sure that you have not heard
Okay.
about this name before.
Hey, you wanna give this?
Could I have heard it
Sure.
from living
You have to
close
check it.
close by in the area? Just in the village of Vandalen.
You can make a check if you want as well.
You can just see Will, like,
That's
in a
yet
corner.
another natural one.
oh,
No, not at all. No.
No.
Sounds
No,
orange.
boy, you haven't.
No, you silly boy.
You're too young for this.
It's strange though that they are trying to take control
as
of
you
the
go-
area.
Through the paperwork, you were going through the paperwork?
Just
You
the
see just
disc.
transactions for skulls that being sold everywhere around the area, also in Vandalen. Just normal business. You see that the first name on the list is someone called Dave. Nothing special, no, just normal business.
I'll take the note where it says Dave. Guys, I've got some papers on him, so I will. If we need for the future.
He's dead, so
Yeah, but I mean, maybe we will need this in the future. It didn't
Good idea.
really.
and
It wasn't really a great business, right?
no.
So maybe we need to prove that to someone, and I've got something with his name on it. So
I don't think his name was actually Dave.
well, of course it
You know
was. He
what?
just told us.
Andy, it's a brilliant idea.
And here, the paper. Look, the paper says it is Dave.
Okay, can I
See?
read it and tell you?
I like you in all silence.
Was it just signed by Dave?
Oh, by the
No,
way,
it's just
we should be silent.
it's just a long list of names of people that bought stuff,
yeah.
and Dave is the first random name.
Yeah, so his name is obviously not Dave.
You
But
know,
he doesn't know.
Yeah, well,
we're just gonna
To
make
us?
him believe it.
it's kind of obvious.
It's Dave.
I'm just sitting in a corner like,
I'm going to use prestidigitation to clean up
All right.
the mess.
So clean up the area. You hear from outside.
I follow her lead, do the same.
All right. You hear a
Faster.
some kind of a trapdoor open, made out of metal,
Oh yeah.
and someone come out.
Andy, could you heal me?
I just literally copy your movement like.
I'm kind of almost dead.
Yeah, of course.
Just an idea.
Yeah, I'll say a silent prayer, and I will use cure wounds. First level, D8. I think. So that is. That's just the 3 plus. That's 8 healing.
Thanks.
You healed our tank?
To 18 full points.
And you hear someone knock on the door. It's just-
Hello.
I just look over like. Really?
Well, it just goes from like being happy because she's being healed to like, Renonia, what are you doing?
I whispered to her.
face.
Tell her you're Granok.
You get plus 3 healing as well.
You hear him
But I
say,
have my.
Open
wisdom.
the door, please.
20.
Go downstairs. I'm Gronok.
make a deception check.
Wait, that's not the
No, straight up deception.
That's 4.
I can just see us standing in that area. And everybody just like.
Will is like standing on the other side of the room like,
Did you have a better idea?
You hear it coming from outside.
Granok. Granok.
Yeah.
Where is Granok? Open the door.
this is great voice acting.
Not much.
10 out of 10. Meg, do you need a different job?
And you hear him bang on the door again.
And yeah, you can just kick open the door. Or maybe Will can do. Will, you're pretty good at kicking doors.
That's true.
I mean, if you kick it very hard, he might just get hurt.
That's actually
I'll try
not a
to
bad
kick the
idea.
door very hard in his face.
It's locked and you break your foot.
Wait, which way does the door go? For us outside or?
Outside, yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
If you kick
I'll kick the door.
Alright, as you walk towards the door, make a pure strength check.
That's... Don't see it. 19 total.
19.
Was that a butter check?
As you kick in the door, you hear this to your surprise, the door actually gets blasted away from
To
Andy.
Andy's surprise, also like... Oh! Whoa.
As this person behind the door just gets pushed on the floor with the door on top of him. May roll for damage. I'll let you roll 1d4 plus your strength.
That's 5.
5. As something just falls on the floor with the door on top of it, and you hear this, and you see that this half-orc pushes away the door, and then sees you,
Half-orc.
another half-orc.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Does he have the same
It
buttons?
looks quite similar. He does have the same kind of things on his forearms, but he has no tattoos on his neck.
Okay.
He just pushes the door to the side and shouts, $4! And he just tries to stand up, but like you have to roll initiative again.
Whoa! I'm not even healed. Because nobody healed me.
Yeah, that's why.
I already healed someone.
Ah, boy.
Meg,
6.
How much is it?
6. Will,
17.
17. Lord,
8.
8.
Oh.
And Andy,
8.
who wants to go first?
Andy. He's
Andy.
closest.
Made his face.
Makes sense.
And then I will roll for the half-orc. It's a 12 plus 1, that's a 13. I also have the enemy without a 1 and a 2.
Fancy.
He is prone on the floor, he just pushes away the door, and you see that he's shooting out these spikes to fight. Will, what are you doing?
I will cast Ray of Frost on him.
You got magic.
Yeah! And I'm far away,
I
so...
will cast silence again.
No, please don't. So that is 20 to hit.
That hits.
And that is 3 points of cold damage.
3 points.
And his movement is reduced to 10 feet.
Alright, then he can't stand up. Right? Yeah.
You're welcome.
Reduced by 10. Or 210.
No, 210.
210. And then he can't stand up. As this ice
Wait,
just...
by 10. It's by 10.
By 10, alright.
Sorry.
As this ice just goes towards him, just freezes towards, like, attached to the ground, basically. And you see this go up his throat. As he's laying there on the floor, he tries to push it aside and he stands up. As he does that, he is gonna cast a spell towards you guys. Andy, you
What me?
are standing in the door opening.
No, not.
I'm literally on
You are standing really close to him.
Oh no.
No, I'm on the other side of the room.
Yeah, but you're behind him, right?
Lightning, very, very
Yeah.
frightening.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you couldn't aim for him if he's laying outside.
You see from his hand this ball of lightning forming,
No.
Oh no.
and then just this straight line of
Oh no.
lightning goes inside of the door.
I
and
have disadvantage.
Both of
7
you.
for the deck save.
Deck save?
yeah,
Yeah.
you need both of you to make a deck save.
That's 86 lightning damage.
Yeah, I'm going to die. That's 5.
I'm going to die as well.
I only have 21 hit points.
I have 19.
Oh no.
Time to kill.
Oh, it doesn't
new
look too-
counter.
doesn't look too bad. 5, 10,
Is
20, 21, 23.
Yeah, I'm dead.
I'm down.
I'm down.
23 points of lightning. Both of you failed the save, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on.
Yeah.
That just this lightning goes in the door, hits both of you, and then reaches outside of the house and just makes a hole through the stairs. and the wall is it shoots out. As you see, like clouds starting to form
Oh, what?
above him in the
In the
sky,
name of Talos. Aha.
and his eyes start turning blue,
Oh no.
Oh, no.
and he shouts,
Die, you all filthy animals! Rah!
and he starts
Animals in
making his way
From
towards
the
you.
orc.
Yeah.
That was
I'm down.
the half orc, Andy.
Oh no!
Make a saving throw.
Lord, guide me through this. Give me light. That's
That's
that save. Is the straight roll
I
or was
think
it
it's straight
con
rolls.
save?
No, I
it's
think it's
con
with con, right?
I'm not sure.
I thought it was
Check
with
the
con.
book.
Check the book.
I think it was a straight roll.
I thought it was.
That's what I think. I have it right here. Blah blah blah. Roll a d20. If the roll is 10 or higher, you succeed.
Oh,
Otherwise,
okay.
you fail.
That's a fail.
That's sad.
I've never been unconscious in my life.
Really?
I've never played.
Come here, mate. Come here. Let's make this happen.
Paul forever the end.
All right,
Forever DM.
Lord.
I just like, I am baffled and like, what? And I just put out my hand, close my eyes, and I cast sleep.
All right. First level, I guess. We have.
Well, yeah, it's definitely first level. Maybe.
Does he make the save or how many hit points? How does that work again?
It's 5d8. The total is how many hit points a creature
Yeah.
spell can affect.
So you have to roll that.
Ooh. Oh, that's pretty good.
Hit points left, right?
Yeah.
Left, yeah.
Let me see how many hit points he has left.
24? Is that 11, 18, 23, 24?
No, this is a tough guy.
I thought so.
Not even half.
Oh,
Oh.
and I'm
Did you just say
down.
not even half?
And we
you
are
cast
down.
We are down.
The spell on
Oh
him,
no.
you just see him like shake his head. It doesn't seem to bother him.
How big is this this area? I use my
This outside is quite big.
yeah, okay, and then the inside is also too high, right? 2 stories also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're all standing at the door opening now.
Yeah. I don't want to leave Mag alone.
It's okay.
It's her turn after this.
Fine.
Are you sure about that?
I disengage until the part where the room goes up to like where you can go upstairs, but I still want to stay in the same room,
Mm-hmm.
but like closer to the exit of the upstairs.
All right, you go towards the stairs.
Yeah, basically.
Actually, from the stairs you can still see the door.
Okay, yeah, I'll
Yeah.
stand on the stairs halfway, and then
Alright.
there I'm moving away for Mag.
All right, Meg.
I'm just as baffled as you are, really. I'm going to
Oh, costly.
shoot web on the floor where the half orc sits
Mhm.
to hopefully get him to stick, and he has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Well, you can choose Spider-Man or Spider-Man. Oh, copyright.
Spider-Woman.
That's a 13.
Ooh, my spell save is a 13 too.
Then he makes it.
Sad.
You cast this web, it starts forming around him. He gets stuck in it, but he just steps out of it. And you see this web just covering the door and some of the grass outside.
Yeah. It is a 60-foot area, so if he enters it again, he has to make this save.
All right. Anything else?
No.
Will, I need you to make a save.
Will you survive?
19.
I will survive.
That makes it.
I guess.
I will survive.
Then this creature is starting to walk towards you. He has to make another
Dex save.
one. All right, that's a 12.
Yeah, that doesn't make it right.
That doesn't make it.
No.
So now you're restrained.
Strain.
You're restrained.
All right.
So then he would have to make a strength saving throw to get out, right?
Yeah, as
Yeah.
an action.
What he's gonna do? It's his turn. This is the beginning on his turn, right? Yeah, because he starts moving. Then he is. Let's see. What can he do? He is going to cast a spell in your direction. No, he's not. He is going to try to walk, but it doesn't work, and he just screams like "Arr!" And then he takes a dagger from its side and he just throws it towards the door, towards you.
Okay.
Let's say 2. 5, that misses. Not +5, yeah. But it misses. It throws it, hits the doesn't even enter the building, it just hits the wood. Then it's Andy's turn.
That's a 9.
9. Right. Mord.
Someone go help Andy.
I can't help him.
Well, you can stabilize
Yeah,
him.
you can stabilize
You have to
him.
make a
Medicine check.
DC 10 medicine check, yeah, and then he can't die, but he doesn't wake up.
What is this? Yeah. I will.
Will has, well, just for your information, Will has a healing potion and Meg has a healing
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. I gave it to Mac. No, I checked my inventory just a little
I
while
forgot.
ago. But
I have one.
what I gonna do is I was just reading something real quick. 30 feet, 10 pounds. Okay. No, I just made my way over to Andy and try to stabilize him.
Alright.
That's an action and medicine check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Andy, which color do you want me to pick? That's a 6. And I think it's only a 6. Medicine, right? It's a 7.
Now we're getting somewhere.
As you try to see what's going on with him, you're not certain what to do. He's got hit by lightning. It's hard to stabilize him.
Yeah, I just use my interaction to scream at Meg. It's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Meg.
Me neither. I'm going to go to Andy and try to open his mouth and pour in the healing potion.
I think
And I
that's
close it. So
2d4
yeah, it's 2d4
2d4
plus 2.
+2.
So that is 8.
give me your card.
Okay, yeah.
Give me
As you put in his mouth, you wake up again, Andy. That's your action. Anything else?
No, I can't.
Will.
Mag? What's happening?
14.
Alright. That
Still
makes
alive.
it. Then this half orc shouts again. That says, "I'm gonna kill you all," and it continues walking. Has to make another web.
Yeah.
But did it break out then?
No.
No.
Yeah, and
He
it
can't-
tries to get out.
Oh, then a strength save.
That's a 7.
No.
I think 7,
But that's his
7,
action,
yeah,
so it
7.
can't do anything else.
That's his action. Then it's not going to do anything else.
He's just gonna.
Yeah.
Smart.
And you guys are too far away for him to hit with any spells. Andy.
I do not mind if I see what happened.
I wake up a little bit confused, and then I remember that, like what happened, and I remember Will being behind me, and I just turn around, run to Will.
Did you think about the same thing? Okay, no.
No.
And
Inside joke.
I'll be like, Will, wake up! Wake up! And I'll cast Cure Wounds.
Alright.
With, that was
It's
8, so it's 11.
Thank
Healing.
you.
11.
Yeah.
You see
Wake
now
up.
the two.
You can just.
You look outside. You can see the two orcs that were chasing the cow. They're running towards the house, but they're still quite far away.
Oh.
Oh no.
Okay.
That was Andy. Lord.
Is it possible to move, to use my dash
Mm-hmm.
upstairs
Mm-hmm.
and then my movement to jump down? Oh no, wait, I don't have to go upstairs. No, I just want to go, to the-
You can go upstairs and
I don't
jump
have
if
to-
you want.
No, why would I jump if I can just use the lower window? I'm gonna try. I just thought the heroic, I was like, no, wait, that's stupid. I just try to make my way through the building
Mm-hmm.
and jump outside through a window or another door that I can find
Yeah.
behind him.
Not too close.
Too smart. Web.
Sure. There's a lot of web
Outside, yeah.
outside where he's
60 feet
standing.
work.
So
60 feet. Oh. I don't realize. I still do it.
if you run down, you take the window next to the door, you jump out, like next to him basically, and then you just got stuck in the web. I need you to make a strength save.
Deck save.
Dex save.
Dex save.
Dex
See if
safe
he's
to
stick.
see if he's still.
I'll use the golden boy. Natural one? No. Natural 20.
Stick.
Yes.
You manage to land right next to him.
I know what I'm doing.
You're a rogue.
I will let you make the jump without a check. You just land on your feet next to him. What do you want to do?
Well, that's my movement and my bonus action, so I still have an action. So I can pick out with my rapier?
Sure,
Okay, I will.
because you're a rogue.
I will do that. Rapier. That is...
Wait, you have
It's melee
advantage.
attack. Yeah, because he's restrained and it's melee attack, right?
Is that advanced? Oh, okay. Do I get my stealth attack as well then?
It's not if you have advantage. It's just if you have advantage. Do you get sneak attack?
Yeah.
Yeah, automatically.
All right. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
So
you're correct.
that's the 2d6.
Did you roll twice?
No, not yet.
Roll
No,
again
for
to
the
see
crit.
if you have
I
a
already. Oh, yeah, I can
nat
still
20.
crit. Yeah, I can still crit. Yeah.
Oh
Okay, so
I
that's
told
double
you,
the
just
dice.
do it.
46,
Yep.
2d4.
No.
Oh,
it's a rapier.
2d8.
Rapier,
Yeah.
2d8.
D8?
Even better.
Isn't the D8? No, you're correct.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
double.
yeah.
Everything is double.
Short sword is
everything
D6. Right?
I do all
Like
dice
finesse, right,
double.
yeah.
So that is 2d6, 46.
And
It's
D8.
it's a rapier light weapon. Yeah. Right.
No, I think
Light
it's
finesse,
finesse weapon. Yeah.
Right.
but also light.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'll move this out of the way.
Nice.
It's 10, 14. That was a 1. 16. 19 points of damage.
Plus
Plus 2. 21 points of damage.
21.
Wow.
nice.
And I got,
All right.
got an
Jeez
outcast.
Louise!
I never played a character that did so much damage before.
As you hit him with your jump out of the window, you just hit him with your rapier, and you just pull it out, and he goes run, and he turns in your direction. You see his blue eyes looking towards you.
Oh no.
Oh, that's my turn.
That's your turn, Mag.
Albert!
Yeah. I'm going to do something that you're not gonna like. I'm going to shoot fire at it and hope that it hits. 20, not natural.
Attack rolls have advantage, right?
Yeah.
But it hits anyway.
Roll to see if you have a natural 20.
No,
Oh,
but I have a 19.
Nice. Oh, that's too
Okay,
bad.
so then let's roll damage, which is an 8.
8 damage.
8 damage,
Nice.
but because it's firebolt, my web also starts to burn, and it will burn for 1 round, and then it'll be gone. But it's gonna deal 2d4 damage.
This round already.
Yeah.
Sure. As the web is starts catching flames. You see the 2 orcs
2d4?
stop running.
Yeah. So that's 8.
They turn around and start heading towards the forest.
Smart.
8.
Uh,
Sorry.
fire damage?
Yes.
8 fire damage.
I told you.
Oh,
Okay. At least you can get away.
Well, at least you did a lot of damage to him.
Yeah.
16, so.
As his robe starts catching fires, and he just starts screaming, "Rawr!" And he starts preparing some kind of magic for you.
Why did you say that with that voice? I did not like that.
You.
I will stand up and walk towards the door so I can like stand like around the corner. I will reach out my hands and since he's restrained, I think he cannot make a dexterity saving throw.
He's not
right?
restrained.
You're no
Advantage.
longer restrained.
The web is.
Oh, the web is gone.
Well, he needs to make a dex save for burning hands.
Alright, let's say 5.
That fails, so he takes 10 points of fire damage.
Ooh, nice. As more fire shoots out of the door, hits him in his chest, and he goes, "Ah!" And you see now
I
that
think you might have to make one as well because it's a 15-foot cone.
50-foot cone. Yeah, I had that.
15.
Yeah, that's right. 15. I still have to do that. What's the dex
Dex.
save?
Um,
I'll just use this boy. This boy has been serving me well.
where is it? I have it. I think it's 12. So.
I rolled a 16 naturally,
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Alright,
You're
as his
fine.
clothing starts catching fire, and part of his clothing starts falling off into the web, he is almost done.
Wait,
However-
don't you get half?
Oh yeah, you get half, so 5. Sorry.
I'm done.
I'm sorry.
You're
I
done.
really did.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, wow.
Sorry about that.
So you're like, ah!
Oh no! I was like yes and then oh no.
As you fall down and he's preparing this spell,
I like
He
go
just-
back around the
he
corner.
sees you fall down, and instead of
inside
casting a
the house.
spell, he just takes his like pointy weaponry on his hand and just pokes it down towards you as you're down. He has a critical.
If he hits.
If there's automatic crit, right?
Not automatic hit.
No. You still need
Oh,
to hit.
still.
He still needs
Well,
to
let's
hit, and
see.
if he hit, he does have advantage.
I think it hits. That's a 19.
Yeah,
You take.
Sorry.
that's just 2 fails.
2 fails.
Yeah.
Crit.
Let's see if he takes more damage than his.
Doesn't
He's
matter.
dead.
It's just automatic 2 fails
Okay.
that he gets.
But if he takes more damage than his total hit points, he's just.
Yeah, but that only counts for
Oh.
area damage.
All right. All right. You have 2
sorry.
fills. And he just stirs it and he says, "Take that,"
Sorry.
and he just pulls it out. That was the enemy. Andy. He is almost down though.
Andy will see that you don't hurt my friend like that, and he will take out his crossbow. Here, puts a bolt in it. Come on, Orc Slayer! And he shoots his
Right.
crossbow, which he named Orc Slayer after the first encounter. That's 14 to
That
hit.
hits.
Oh yeah. What do I? Light crossbow?
Hand crossbow or
No,
light?
light.
I don't know. I think it's a D8.
I think it's a D8.
Yeah, hand crossbow is D6. So I think light
D8,
It's probably
yeah.
D8.
might even be D10, but I think it's D8.
No, I think
heavy crossbow.
the heavy is.
Oh yeah.
That's 8 plus 0 dex, so 8.
Finish it.
Let's go!
Well, as you shoot the ball, it just goes towards him and you just hit it in his face. And it goes through its skull. And just, as he's screaming towards Norring, and then he looks at you.
And remembering what Nord did, and he will be like,
You see the blue color in his eyes disappear and he falls on the floor, dead.
Oh
And
no.
the 2 orcs disappeared in the forest. And now this cow is just eating grass.
And he will rush straight to Nord and heal him.
And you hear someone shout from below, "Please, help me, please!"
Mamma mia! That's perfect. You get 9 HP.
I will take a break there.
Hey.
Welcome back, everyone. As you, after you healed Nord, and you hear this voice coming from downstairs, saying again, "Please, the Onyx, please, the Onyx."
Meg, do you also hear that?
Yes, I think that's the guy we came for originally.
I think you might be correct.
Well, let's get him out of here so we can get out of here.
He kind of sounds like some Italian guy I have heard of before. It's me.
Well, I haven't met any, but yeah, sure. Maybe we should help him. Though
Yeah, sure.
You're strong, so maybe you can pull it up.
Yeah, good idea. And I'll open the door, okay.
Open it.
The
Just stumbling around
latch.
behind him.
You open a trapdoor and get in. You see that there's a small cellar made out of stone. And you see there are some tables filled with butterskulls. So molds, a lot of buckets with butter. And you see that there is this man, probably in his 40s or 50s. He has dark hair. And he is wearing some really simple clothing. His clothes are probably taken from him. And he is chained up with a chain on his ankle to the wall. And his hands are dirty with butter. He raises his hands in the sky and he says, "Please, please, the orcs, they have put me here and taken my beloved Petunia."
Petunia.
Shh, maybe the orcs might hear you and come back.
"I will kill them all. Give me a weapon and I will kill the orcs."
Oh, okay, calm down first. Let's calm down here.
You're chained up. How are you gonna kill them all when you're chained up?
I would like you to deliver me from the chain.
Then how about we do it quietly?
Are you Alfonso?
Yes, Alfonso Calzone, Big Al Calzone.
That's wonderful.
No, who are you, dwarf?
I just ignore his question and I focus on trying to picklock with my invisible mage hand.
Alright, make a sleight hand check. Well, no sleight hand check, just a dex with double your proficiency.
6.
How much?
6.
6. As you start
Doing nothing.
trying to open the log, you just keep on going, it's not working.
Do you know if they keep the key around somewhere, or did they keep it on person, or?
Oh, we didn't check the board.
Probably the orc. The half orc.
Which one of the two?
The one that just came from here.
I'll
Not the
just
one.
climb up.
Not the one I killed because he didn't have anything on him.
I'll check the body.
If he doesn't have
Oh,
the
you mean
key,
Dave?
in the meantime, I'll just try to butter up his hands and try to slide them off or something like that.
Alright.
You're just gonna care hurt the guy.
I'm looking.
Just yank it off.
You find the key on his body. As you come back, you see that they're trying to put butter
It was the back
on the
plan.
wrists.
You could have waited with the backup plan, you know?
Don't worry, I almost got it. Almost got it.
He's gonna make a strength check with advantage, but it's a 25, so... Nope.
So I would just walk up, grab his shackles, and open them with the key.
And then he will
Like,
fall to the
no.
floor.
As you finally free him, he's, "Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you."
Just for your information, the orcs are already dead.
Oh,
When two got away.
that is amazing. Thank you very, very much.
Do you know what
But my Petunia, they took my Petunia.
I
Who's
hold out my hand in
Petunia?
front
What
of
does
him.
Petunia? What?
You mean the flower?
The flower?
I think he wants
Junior
money.
is a flower, right?
Well,
We
No,
saved your
what-
life.
Where are you heading?
he wants.
Oh, the money! I
got me old character.
upstairs. I have a reward for you upstairs.
Okay, let's go upstairs then.
If it's more,
I will
butter,
go
then
fast.
We're out. You know. So tell me about this Petunia. What does she look like?
We're walking
when
and
did they
talking,
take
right?
her? Is she your wife?
No, Petunia's my cow.
Oh, she's standing
Oh my
outside.
god, the cow.
I thought that. Oh, Petunia's fine. She's
I don't have to ride out
just
Petunia.
outside grazing.
Ah, that is
Roasted and well.
that is
Just kidding, I'm
wonderful.
not saying that.
Oh, well, let me show you around.
Yeah. Is it okay if we rest first?
All right.
That might
right.
be a good idea.
Also, I don't know how smart it is for you to stay here. Perhaps it would be safer for you to come back with us,
Well, I mean, most of the orcs are dead and the other two fled.
which means they might bring back more.
So,
Maybe, so-
rest for an hour and then leave?
And they want to. Yeah, I know, but I mean, eventually.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we should rest for an hour and
I'm
then...
pretty
I need to
beat
reclaim
up.
the only weapon I had.
I feel like I could rest all night.
Do you need a new weapon?
Oh, I just need to find it somewhere
Where did you leave it?
on the floor.
With the butter.
No, we cleared the butter. With the butter
The
that
butter is
taken.
gone.
The water. The butter
Is it
with the
also
plastic
from my
decoration.
off of my clothes?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's been nice.
You're my
Well,
hero.
let's
Still a little bit.
let's me bring you a reward.
Yeah, it would be appreciated.
And he just
It's pretty yummy.
starts walking towards the house. He goes up.
Yeah.
And he comes down with a with something wrapped in some cloth, and he hands it over to you.
Okay.
And he says that it's worth very, very, very much money, very much gold.
It's butter, isn't it?
I just
No.
hold it in front of Andy and like, could you unfold it? While I hold it. Ah! Oh.
Why would you do that? Nord!
Sorry.
As you unfold it, you see a chainmail. But not normal, ordinary chainmail. It's made out of mithril.
Oh.
It's very precious. But you saved my life, and you can keep it.
Precious.
Please take it as a reward. Please.
What kind of... Can I look at it? Can I like inspect it for...
What size is it?
Yeah, what size is it? What kind of properties does it have?
It's magical, so it fits anyone.
Oh, really?
It's just chainmail, but it doesn't give you disadvantage,
Yeah, exactly.
basically. On stealth check. Or a
Is
minimum
it?
strength to wear it.
Hey, I already wear a chainmail, so if you want it,
Yeah, I might need some new one.
well, yeah, you look pretty beat. Yours is. Oh,
Yeah, it's pretty old.
It suits your edgy look, though.
Yeah, but... I mean...
You want it?
Yes, please. How much? I give him 1 gold and then snatches it out of his hand.
Alright, I'll take 1 gold and I'll just
He goes, I have to start the rebuilding.
Oh, one question. Do you have anything that can prove that you're still
I
alive?
had 41 gold.
Oh,
so
that's-
that's
Rather than.
Not really, no. I can give you some butterskulls or...
That's not going to help.
I would
I
love
still
one.
think it would be good for you to come back with us
To where?
to Fandolin.
Vandalin.
No, he has to
I
stay here.
don't think Fandolin is particularly
Why?
safer. He just needs
I have
to
a plan.
have some kind of wards.
And I just start smiling like with this grin on your face, like it's up to no good.
But what if the orcs come back?
I fight the orcs myself. I'm a skilled warrior.
How did you get
that's-
chained up then?
Yeah.
What about so many? About 20.
What if they come with 20 again? Or maybe even with 30 or 40? And this time not to chain you up, but to kill you.
But
They were all really big orcs.
yes, and
Except for one. Who was rather skinny for an orc.
Two escaped, so they'll probably come back with more. It's not safe for you here. And think about Petunia's life, you know. They do not know how to handle cows.
I would stay here if I were you.
Make
I do not know.
make
where you
a
are.
persuasion check.
I will change my chainmail.
Right.
Meanwhile, like in the kitchen, somewhere
That's
else.
the one.
One.
Nice.
I can fight off the orcs myself.
Yeah, he's strong.
And he goes to one corner and he takes an axe from there and he like swings it, like very well.
That's impressive. Well, maybe you could write us a note stating that you are alive and well, and then we will leave you alone. What?
Don't do that. Don't. You don't have to do that.
What is...
It says here that he can reward us, which he did. Thank you for that. But if you have proof that he's dead, we receive another 100 gold.
Yeah, so we just say he's dead and we will get 100 gold, or what? Yeah, sure.
You know what?
Like the orc said, we're businessmen.
Do you have a piece of personal clothing or something we could take as a sign that you...
Yeah, and he points at the cloth that was wrapped around the chainmail.
Thanks.
Is there still
Wait.
some orc blood or some
Yeah.
other type of blood around?
Where's the half orc with the cut off arm? You can just dip it in there.
It's in the room. Yeah.
What's your plan?
Thank you. I put it in my bag. I don't know if it's coming out. But where there's money, there's a plan.
There's money. There's no order.
What do you guys want to do?
Get money.
Is my AC the same?
Alfonso,
Yes.
do you know anything about Talos? Or the thunder tattoo that the half-orc had?
Not really, no.
Nothing.
No.
Alright, have a nice day.
Maybe we should rest for a bit.
Alright.
You could rest here if you want.
Oh, that would
We are
be
going
lovely.
back to Fandolin.
Yes.
Would be great.
Whoa.
No, we have other things to do.
Yeah, but we should rest with him.
Alright. Right.
That would be amazing. Thank you very much, kind sir.
All right.
Where could
So you're gonna stay. You can stay upstairs. You got many bedrooms.
Oh, no, just for a...
I mean, we could have a full rest. That would be nice. What kind of what time of day is it?
Well, late afternoon or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't
We
we have
can-
more to do in this area? I mean,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we can rest long now, and then we will be strong tomorrow morning,
we can start fresh on the
fresh and early.
next assignment that we've been given.
Yes.
Alright.
Good idea.
You see Alphonse clean up the building, drag out the orcs and
I'll help him.
burn them.
I'm just going to bed.
You see that he is trying to find all his animals again and gets things in order. He tells you that he is he used to be in the military, and you stay there for the night and get a full long rest.
You automatically regenerate all your HP, right?
Yeah.
You have a long rest.
We didn't think
And,
this
Yeah,
was
and
your
half your
death.
and half your hit dice.
Half your hit
Down.
dice. And your
Down.
deaths feels get wiped.
What do you mean half your hit dice?
Oh, you haven't used them, so.
No, I was about to say.
No, yeah.
Oh, yeah, if you have to, yeah, I got it. Yeah. I was about to say, I didn't use that as much. That makes sense. Got my spell slot. Yay!
Yay.
Because I got so many.
The next day, you're just gonna go. What you gonna do?
What were the other assignments we had?
Oh no.
No, those were
Those
magical.
were- yeah.
I've got them. And I'll open up my,
They're in here as well.
my journal.
Yeah.
These two.
Cut the
I just hand you over
woods
two
and
pieces of
escort to the
paper.
mines.
Yeah, thank
Oh,
you
no.
very much.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is about a gold mine.
Gold?
Yeah, gold. And this one is in the woods. Well,
We're basically almost near the woods anyway, aren't we?
yeah. Andy, do you know which one would be closer?
Of course, this one.
They're both quite far away, and,
But they are both quite
and
far
both
away.
require you to go to Fendelin first, however.
Oh, okay. So we need to.
And
go back
we could
to
just
Fendelin.
we could just go through Fendelin. Really, it's way easier.
Let's do that then, and then assess whether we need some more materials, etc.
After that, which one are we gonna do?
What are you most interested in?
Well, I think we already know.
Yeah.
But I think this one is more urgent.
Let's do the urgent one then.
So I'm gonna go. Fine by me.
Which one?
Lodger's camp.
Oh, okay. You manage to travel back to Fendelin. You camp side of the road one night, and eventually reach Fendelin. The weather is bad, and as you arrive Fendelin, it's starting to get dark. What do you guys want to do in Fendelin?
Get our money, right?
You already received your reward.
Yeah, but you guys.
So
Our
I've been
fruit money.
thinking about it, and I mean, we would be lying then, would we?
Yeah.
Very much so. Yeah.
I'm not so sure if I feel okay about that.
No need more money for me.
I mean, we'd be telling Alfonso is that what if the mayor finds out that he's actually alive?
That's a him problem.
There will be a lot of consequences.
You know
They will
what?
be mad, and maybe he'll even put a bounty on our heads, and
we
we'll go to
say
jail.
I have an idea. We say he's alive, but he couldn't give us a reward for some reason.
Still tricking someone into.
It's not saying someone's dead.
You know
So-
what? You're right, I agree with you. But this is Nord's idea. So if Nord wants to do this, he can do it. You don't have to do it. I don't have to do it.
You know what?
I won't do it.
Thank you.
Just because you live here.
Thank you.
Does he has a purse on
Any-
his on his
No, like. So, anyway, I'd like to go see Adabra quickly because I want to ask her some questions. So,
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
can we meet up later?
Sure, I guess I'll just get something to eat or something.
But
or-
Dumber, wasn't that his mom?
No, that's
No,
the
no.
cat lady.
Ah,
With the manticle.
I know which cat it is. I had to think about it twice, but I understand the assignment.
So, what are you guys gonna do?
Since he's gone.
I'll go to look for Adabra and ask about Talos, and she could tell me something about it.
Well, this is his story. I'm just going to the inn.
Me too. I'm
Same.
going to eat.
Yeah, good
Eat
idea.
and ale.
Wow. Yeah, actually, okay.
So you guys go to the inn. You find Adabra eventually. She's in Fendelin still. She found a place to stay. And she tells you a couple things about Thalos. First of all, that it's evil. And that they can control the weather. And as she starts thinking about it, she says, "Well, maybe all this bad weather is because of Talos."
Well, that's actually why I'm here, because when we were out a few days ago, we were out at the farm and we were attacked by orcs. And
Really?
yeah, really. And one had this huge, like, super cool tattoo. And it had lightning bolts on it, and he screamed about Talos.
Ah, that sounds very dangerous to me, boy.
Yeah, well, he came from Neverwinter Woods.
I think that there might be more to this, Andy.
Me too.
You're up to something.
Is there anything else you know?
About Talos? Well, I know that they control the weather and they can summon evil things coming from the sky, I believe. But I don't know much about Talos, Andy. I have not studied those kind of things.
Do you think they'll have summoned the dragon?
The dragon?
Well, the dragon comes from the sky, right?
I don't know if a dragon would listen to Talos, but I don't know, Andy. I am not an expert on these topics.
I'm afraid something is coming from those woods.
Could be, yes, could be.
In the meantime, in the tavern, you managed to get yourself a drink and
Some good hearty food.
some food.
Is the food good?
Yeah,
I
it's
think
decent.
everything
Dude, you're from the
tastes good.
military.
Yeah, but I'm also an elf, so
Ah, okay.
Picky.
yeah.
For 1 silver piece, you all have a meal. The tavern, you managed to discuss this over dinner with Adabra.
Free dinner.
Is there anything else you want to do in the tavern? You see there are a couple of miners and loggers, just usual people.
I would like to discuss with the others. We should notify the mayor, though, or town master, that the man is alive and that we're back from the quest.
But
Just-
we can also do that when we get back from the next quest.
We just walk past him before leaving. That's fine, right? It doesn't have to take hours.
Well, with that person, you never know. But yes, we could if you want to.
Sure.
I wanna stand up and go to the logger's table.
Sure.
I'd like. Hey lads, are you from the logging camp?
One of them looks up, a younger man. He says, no, we are just, we arrived here not too long ago, but since the weather is that bad, we have not been able to do a lot of work yet.
We might be able to help each other.
Oh, really?
We're going to the logging camp of Barton Wester, the border.
Who?
Barton, the border of
The mayor, the
Harbin.
town master.
Ah, all right. Yeah.
He has his own logging camp.
Okay.
Might find work there.
Oh, could be. Could be.
I know. I'm mixing up the names on purpose.
Yeah, sounds good. Where is it?
Neverwinter Wood.
Ah, that's the problem. They're all dangerous places. The weather is bad. We're not being able to go there now.
That's where we come in.
You're planning to go in the Neverwinter Woods.
Yeah.
Well, that's just stupid. Really?
So, are you calling me stupid?
Yes.
I just, with my hand, I just go to my belt.
Make a make intimidation check. Yeah.
I think I'm horrible at that. But doesn't matter.
We'll be fine.
-1. 13.
13. He goes, well, not really, but other people have been calling it stupid. You're really brave if you want to go in there.
So you're joining us?
For work.
You want to work, right?
I don't want to work in this weather in the woods.
Right. Then thank you at least for having this talk and enjoy your meal.
All right, thank you.
I return to my table like a bit more grumpy.
That went well.
You continue walking. Eventually, a couple minutes later, and a woman who was also sitting at a table, human, walks up to your table. She says to you, Nord, "So you are planning to go to the Neverwinter Wood?"
A woman stands up?
Yeah,
And what kind of woman?
from the loggers you just talked to.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If you're really going there, I would be willing to join you. If you're really gonna see Tybor.
Who?
Tybor.
I'm gonna
Harbin's
see-
brother?
I'm gonna
His
s-
brother?
Barton is his brother.
No.
Wait, who's Barton?
I think that's the shop owner down the road.
Oh, right. Oh, we have to deliver a package from him to... Yeah. Tibor, yeah.
I don't... Maybe I shouldn't go.
But we have to deliver a package from Barton to Tibor.
Oh.
That- I
all
make some
right.
names.
I will come with you.
Right, cheers.
Oh, nice. My name is Amara, by the way.
Right. Nordric, sorry, Nordric.
When are you leaving?
I look at... Are you there?
Yes.
Help.
Am I? We are leaving tomorrow morning as soon as.
Yeah.
All right. She looks rather strong. She's probably 40 years old or so. She has long brown hair. And he goes, "I will see you at Barton's then tomorrow morning."
Thank you.
Thank you.
So why you're doing this for us?
There's a quest board outside and Harbin asked us to.
Makes sense. All right. For the money.
No.
Yeah. No.
Somewhat.
I am for the money.
All
We're
right,
trying to
all right.
help.
Oh, good. She walks back to the table.
I love having 9 charisma.
Same.
After dinner, is there anything else you guys want to do in Vandalin or
Yeah, what's the name of her? Amara?
Amara?
Logo Amara 40-year-old strong. Okay. No, I'm done in Vandalin.
Me too.
Same.
Yours are done? All right. The next morning, staying at the inn is 5 silver pieces.
We will
I sleep outside.
Meg, shall we just share a room?
Yeah, I'll
It's
pay for
5
you.
silver pieces a bed.
Well,
Yeah,
we don't
sure,
need a
we
bed.
can-
We can
Alright.
sit.
Sure,
We
you
can sit.
share a room.
That's fine.
You just get an empty room.
You pay 2, I'll pay 3, okay?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I'm outside.
I'll sleep at home.
Sure.
Why are we not just living at his house?
Yeah, your mother's taking
Space
care of a
for
lot of kids in town. She's doing a lot to help out
Cute.
everyone here. The next morning, where are you gonna go?
That's a good question. Well, first I go outside, and I'll go. What did I? Haha! I will go to Bert, and I will give him a pat.
Go to your
Good
pig.
morning, Bert. How are you
And he's
doing?
Very happy. He just starts eating.
Oh, I missed you too. Well, I'll be off again. Bye, Bert.
Eating.
Princess needs a side.
Yeah, go to towards the inn because they have to
As
sleep
you
somewhere.
guys all meet up again, early morning in Vandalin, and slowly starts to rain. What do you want to do?
I suppose we should probably wait at Barton's for Amara.
For what?
We have company. Someone joining us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a strong woman.
Oh,
I
cool.
don't know her.
I saw some loggers and I thought maybe they had to go to the camp so we could travel together. Since the orcs from yesterday were quite strong.
That's so smart of you.
Thanks.
It is.
I have to agree.
Thanks.
As you manage to get to Barton, you see that there's a cart being prepared by a boy. There are 2 crates on there with provisions, and there's an ox in front of it. You meet Amara, who has a backpack with her and an axe.
Is she from the village or is she just an outsider?
No, she's outsider. She traveled to Finland to work, but then everything went wrong and she never really was able to work.
She human?
Yeah. Okay. Barthen comes up to you with a piece of paper with everything that's in there, and he says, "Just let Tybor sign this and then return it to me."
All right, I'm aware of the papers.
And I would like the card to be returned.
As usual.
And Vincent, pointing at Ox, as well.
We'll take care
of it. If not, you will be paid less.
Well, we are traveling to a risky destination, so we can't ensure their safe return, but we will try.
I suggest you travel in the Neverwinter Wood. Some would be calling not so smart at the moment, that you pass Falcon. You could probably stay there for the night.
Who's Falcon?
Oh, just a hunter. He lives in the woods. He gives tours to the nobles. Nice man. You should bring him some wine if you want to be sure that you can stay there.
And I suppose we should buy that wine.
Yes, 10 gold pieces.
Because
he
it's
grabs a bowl of wine.
5.
We're doing this job for you. Employee discount.
You know that I know that they sell bottles of wine for 2 gold at the inn.
Not
Right.
here in Vanderland, Andy.
No.
Employee discount.
I'm really not good at lying.
That's a very low
Look,
price.
we're doing this job for you.
It's not for me. It's for Harbin.
Yeah, but you
What?
also get income from it, right?
I do.
So, employee discount, 50% off.
Give us a break. We are probably not even going to return.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh no.
Both of us?
Yeah, sure, both.
10.
A natural 20.
Nice.
Oh.
He goes, well,
-1.
5 is fine.
I bet Andy. Pay up.
He hands you over the
All
bottle
right.
of wine. Who's gonna pay?
I'll pay.
That was from yesterday because he cost me 100 gold.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I'll give you 2 of my gold pieces. Oh,
No, it's alright. I got this.
Alright.
You manage to get on the
okay.
cart and start heading together with Amara and Vincent the Ox to the Neverwinter Wood.
Is anyone able to drive an ox?
Amara.
I'm proficient with carts. And,
You're proficient with
vehicles.
cards.
yeah, I'm with vehicles. And vehicles.
Great.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a future. Nice.
I'm gonna sit in it.
It is.
I'm from a military, it's standard.
Yeah.
You reach the border of the Neverwinter Wood,
Oh, that was fast.
and it's raining
Bad.
bad. And you see that there's some kind of a road that goes into the woods. People do travel in here. It can be dangerous, especially now in this weather. Everything is wet, a lot of mud. But this ox is strong and manages to pull you inside the Neverwinter Wood, where you travel for hours. It's quiet, except for the sound of rain. You see that above you there are only grey clouds. You can hear some thunder coming from farther in the north. Who is navigating?
Not me.
Oh, no, I'm
Driving and
I'm
navigating the same
driving.
thing?
No, you can't do it at the same time, can you?
Well, we're not hex crawling, so if you want, you can do it.
But you know the area, right?
Well, I haven't really been through the Neverwinter. I
Do I know the area?
Do we have a map?
Not way in the middle of the woods. No.
Amara,
I don't know.
how familiar are you with Neverwinter Woods, Amara?
I am not that familiar with it. I know a little bit from above, from a map, but not when you're inside. It's totally
I'll try to navigate.
Who's very good at survival?
I mean, I am from around here and I know the general lay of the land, so I can do it.
At least I have a
I'm
plus.
not terrible at survival.
Yeah, me neither.
I have a +1.
I have a +3.
Oh,
I have a plus 3 as well.
but you don't know that from each other, so.
Yeah, but
Roleplay.
All players, right?
Nice.
Nice. Well, I mean,
look, I'm not great with navigating. I'm just good at driving.
I just don't want to navigate.
Okay, you know what? We'll flip a coin for it.
sure.
All right.
A D4.
Oh,
D4?
I get when
A
the
D4?
Yes.
No, we just
When
see
the
who
coin
rolls
is in the air.
highest.
Yeah, okay.
when the coin is in the air, I take
2.
8.
All right.
You
Why
can
don't you
navigate.
take a
The
rest?
first part is easy to navigate, but then because of the weather and the road, it starts to become more difficult to see where you should go. You can make a survival check to approach the end of the day.
At least I have dark vision, right? That's a 9.
9.
We're not lost. We're just taking a detour.
We just don't know where we are.
With a 9, you get the card gets stuck yet another time, and you manage to pull it out and push it out and continue your journey. And it starts getting dark. Yes, it's really dark.
Andy, bye-bye.
I need you to make another survival check, the last one.
Can I help her?
Um,
By pointing out certain spots we should avoid
sure,
from my experience driving carts.
sure.
13.
13.
I mean, it's better than 9.
I mean, are you really sure you want to navigate? Because this is the 3rd time we get the card stuck.
I take up my hood and I'm just gonna knock.
Well, you can try it if you want to. I am getting rather tired, but you can't really see in the dark.
Yeah. Well,
That's true.
If you continue driving, eventually on your left side on the road, you see some big blue eyes staring in your direction from quite far away, deeper into the forest.
Same blue eyes as Mr. Halfork?
Same color, but these are way bigger.
Oh, not necessarily. Okay.
What is that?
They're glowing.
Oh, it's a dragon.
What?
You know, could we possibly go any faster?
nope.
Could we just...
I'm already
Can I have a
driving
few?
at full speed.
I
And
can,
we don't want to tire the orcs out before getting to
can-
Falcon.
I can make a sound on the other side and it disappears.
Yes, we could try that.
I try to shoop. Minor illusion sound on the other side of the ice.
How far can you do that? 10 feet?
30 feet. 30 feet.
What kind of sound? You make
Very
that
loud.
sound, you see the blue eyes disappear and then appear somewhere else. As
Oh.
it starts heading in your direction.
I start driving faster. Or at
Did it
least-
help? It didn't help.
It was a good idea.
At least you tried.
I need to practice more.
Eventually you see these blue eyes behind you, following you. About 60 feet away from you. And as you look at it now, the ones who can see in the dark, how
Yeah.
far is dark vision? 60 feet
60
in light?
feet.
You see that this is a big boar.
Oh.
With blue eyes, two
boar.
tusks, a boar. And it's just walking behind the cart. It's following you,
How far behind the cart
like
is
60 feet.
it? I'm going to cast a web.
Sure.
You need to make a dex save.
That's animal cruelty.
Stalking animal.
That is a... Let's go on. You roll a 17. So.
Yeah, he makes it.
18.
So what happens if he makes it?
Nothing.
Nothing.
So
It
you
just
just go-
continues.
You could just literally stroll through the maps.
No,
Well,
he,
I can
every
only cast
time.
it 60 feet away, so
Oh.
he
And-
needs to make a save every turn, right?
if he enters it, yeah. If he doesn't,
But if he's already in there, then
I don't know.
if it only says enter, then it's only if you
Yeah.
enter it. Yeah. He starts following the cart, but then you can hear that he is starting to run, and then he just starts running towards the cart rather quickly.
Guys, I cannot drive any faster, so please stop this thing from attacking us or the cart, because we still need to get to Falcon,
I'm trying.
or at least the man for who the provisions are.
Yeah. Well, here goes nothing. I take up my pack of marbles. Behind the cart, like a handful, so that's like around 15
All right.
marbles.
So you throw them, you see them land in the mud. And nothing happens. It just continues to run. I need you all to roll initiative now.
I forgot that.
These are not roads. They didn't have roads back then.
19.
No, I know. I
Meg.
just didn't think about the mud.
Yeah, 18.
18 for Meg. Nord,
22.
22.
Ooh.
Will,
Well, a natural 20.
19.
19.
Oh wow.
And Andy,
5.
Yeah.
this thing at 10. Alright, as it starts running towards you, it's about 40 feet behind you now. As your cart is not going much
40 feet?
faster.
Okay.
Nord, what do you want to do?
I put up my hood, and I pull my fingers, and I shoot 4 magic missiles at it.
4?
4
Nice.
magic missiles.
Can you do 4?
Isn't that level 2?
It's level 2. They have 3 magic.
I think it's 3.
Yeah, it should be
Yes,
3.
I have
3.
3 glowing dots.
Alright.
Sorry.
Yeah, but they hit, so that's good.
Yeah, I hit
You don't-
17. So.
Well, you don't have to roll for
You
it.
don't have to roll.
Oh yeah, I always hit +1.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, sure. Go on to 12. 12. No.
I mean,
10 points of damage.
10.
that's still pretty good.
7
Alright.
+1.
You see these 3 bolts of lightning. What kind of damage?
That is, I think, what is that?
Bludgeoning, right?
Force
Force.
damage.
Force damage. You just shoot towards the creature, and it goes, and it just goes running even faster. So you're all sitting on the cart.
Yeah, I just say, MacLeod for you, thank you.
Will,
Oh, you're welcome.
I like turn around.
you're driving.
Yeah, I know. I like turn around for 1 second while driving, and I'm just shooting a ray of frost and then continuing.
I'd like to make acrobatics checks before you do that.
Sure.
Who's going
Four.
here?
As you turn around,
I pull the.
you all guys, you feel the car just going whoa, to one side as the car just starts going into the forest of the road.
Boy.
I do
the
shoot a ray of frost.
Yeah, is that an attack roll?
Yeah. That is 13 to hit,
That hits.
5 points of cold damage, and the speed is reduced by 10.
Alright. As you see this eye shooting through the air, you just got this thing, just like the mud, and his feet like 4 eyes, and he just breaks out of it, he continues running, and you see that he's slowing down. However, the cart is also like curving around, so it's not making a lot of difference.
Sorry.
Distance-wise. Mag.
I'm
Go
going
Plaint.
to cast web again, and then I'm going to tell you that was very impressive. I'm proud of you.
Cheers.
All right.
I never get
NPC.
noticed.
NPC.
You do?
That's a 13 dex.
Yeah, you make sense.
Another whip shoots towards the creature and just manages to get to the side and just push its way through it. It continues running.
Maybe we should try a different kind of plan of action.
Just speed, 30 feet.
I am open to ideas.
It is going to use its full turn to just run closer towards the cart until it just is about 5 feet behind the cart, is running,
5 feet.
coming really close. And you can see that his blue eyes, that some lightning can be seen in his
Great.
eyes. Blue lightning.
Flashbacks.
Andy, what are you doing? You're sitting on the cart. The cart is moving in the wrong direction.
And he's sitting on the cart and seeing the huge creature approach, realizing he's really good with pigs actually, because you know they have it at home. And he's like, sit! Casting command.
Alright, that's a what kind of save?
That's I think it's curve. Oh, where did I put it?
Wisdom?
Choo.
Intelligence.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
It says 8.
8?
That's
That's a
good.
fail. So on its next turn, it will
Shit.
follow the command.
Alright. As you start distancing yourself from the creature, as it starts to slow down, to go sit, you see Amara just waiting there. She has nothing really to fight with from this distance. Mord, you see that this creature is starting to stop and you're starting to gain some more distance as it's slowing down.
What's the distance ish?
It's going farther away while you look at it.
Yeah. Take out my crossbow and just hold.
Hold what?
I don't know. I just wait.
Wait for
Yeah.
what?
I can't really. He doesn't make. If he hits the card, then I want to shoot him just before he does it.
Alright. Will,
I will correct the cart
alright.
and its direction.
Make a animal handling check for that. I will give you. I will let you add your proficiency because you're driving a cart.
That is 14.
14.
Not terrible.
As you're trying to make the cart get back on the road, you notice that far away from you, you see some lights that look from yellow light. It looks like from lanterns or a fire, some civilization coming closer.
Try and go there.
Meg, you see now this creature starting to sit down in the middle of this road and starts to go farther away from you.
As I see that, I sort of frown and I just throw some fire at it, which hopefully hits. But I don't think so.
Maybe.
13?
That hits.
That's 8 damage.
8 damage. Alright, there's some fire shoots towards the creature. As you see this ball of fire and the blue eyes just disappear as you go around the corner. And you don't hear of it again. You continue driving. You eventually reach a hunting lodge. You see that there's this wooden palisade built around an area of land with a couple of buildings, some made out of stone, some out of wood. There are some stables, there are some animals, there's a small tower, You see there's a lake, a river, I mean. Going next to it, there is a bridge. There are a couple of gates. A nice place. And you see that from the main building, there are a couple of, from the windows, there's some light coming out. As you approach the gate, made out of wood, Amara says, well, I guess we're safe now.
Yeah,
That was close.
you did great there, Andy. Looked really good. And it listened to you.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing with animals, right? You just have to show them who's boss and they will always...
You are so
Not
good.
always listen, because, I mean, we tried it with the dragon at first and that didn't go so
You
well.
know how this is so interesting, but maybe we should go inside and
Yeah,
discuss
good
this.
idea.
If it could come back, but it might not.
I
'cause
mean,
if
yeah, I
listen
don't like
to
being
you-
in the rain here so much.
No, me neither.
Let's go inside.
You notice that on several places on this palisade there are heads from orcs hanging.
Great.
What a wonderful
Some
way.
with arrows sticking through their head.
Can I shoot one with a crossbow to add another arrow?
Sure.
I want to do that, just for memes.
If you miss.
6.
You just shoot and you hit and it just
You're
flies up there and you hear some animals making some weird sounds.
Sorry!
As you hear the door being opened and you see an old man, grey hair, simple clothing, bended forward, walking out, shouting, "Who is there? Who is there?"
Good folk.
Are you Falcon?
No! No, 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 no! Who is there?
We're from Vanderlyn.
I'm Andy.
What are you saying? I'm Andy.
You're the nicest, so I shall shout your name.
And he starts walking towards the gate. And he starts opening it. And as he opens it, you see this old man. He says, "I am Corwin.
Nice to meet you.
Falcon is having dinner."
We were looking for a place to get some shelter. We on our way to a logger's camp,
Yes.
and it has not been safe here so far. And we have some wine for your master.
He would be happy to have some wine with his dinner. All right, come on in, come on in. And he says, "Pal, pal." And you see a young boy, probably 12 years old or so, run out, brown hair, brown eyes. And he starts taking the ox and he lets you off and he takes your cart to a place next to the stables.
I'll tell him, like, take good care of Vincent, will you?
And he nods.
All right.
Might be a new good friend for you.
What?
Might be a new friend for you.
He'll be your pal.
I'm way too old to be his pal. I mean, you know, he's still a young boy, but I'll be an example to him.
Andy, you know, you're 16 and the two of us are more than 100 years old.
You make a good point.
But you're not a good example. You kick endorsed.
So you're also too old to be my pal, right?
I was on to call
Is that why you're always being so mean?
Well,
I try to not be mean.
Willow's
Come
not
on.
mean.
I'm just terribly
She's tough.
uncharismatic.
makes two of us.
She means well.
That doesn't make two of us.
Corwin lets you in.
No.
And he leads you to a hall, a long hall, really high ceiling. There's this long table made out of wood, oak, and there are high chairs next to it. You see two chandeliers hanging above the table, and there is a fireplace with some beautiful paintings on the wall, and you see on the walls as well a lot of heads from orcs hanging. It's like kind of like trophies. And on the end of the table, you see a man sitting with long black hair, probably 40 years old or so. Really tall and really strong. He's wearing this cloak made out of fur. And he is wearing this leather armor. And he's having dinner. And he raises his hands towards you and he says, "Welcome! I am Falcon. I would like you to meet my neighbors." And he points towards the orcs.
Lovely neighbors you got there.
Exactly.
I'm Andy.
I'm Meg.
And I want some ale. I'm Lodric.
I'm Will.
Come on then. What have you to look for this late in the forest?
Give him the wine.
Oh, yeah.
We bought you a gift.
We brought a gift, sir.
So we can possibly stay here.
You see a smile appear on his face. And that's where we'll end for today.
With a smile on someone's face.
With a smile, we...
See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.